I got a few other things I want to dive into. So one of the things I want to look at is we have the official first week sales numbers to X's Look at Me album. Now this is something very interesting. So chart data tweeted out on June 20th, so what, like a week ago. X's Look at Me, the album, which is a soundtrack, not really an album, debuts at number 24 on this week's Billboard 200, and it sold 19,000 units in its first week. Now this is really interesting to me for a couple reasons. I would say, for one, I expected this to sell more just for the fact that it has this project has songs on it. I guess True Love, that's getting close to 60 mil too. But just for the fact that this album has re-releases on it. So obviously they added Look at Me back on here. Like, just look at some of the biggest songs they put back on or added onto the side B of this, or whatever you want to call it. They have Look at Me on here, Jocelyn Flores, Depression Obsession, Everybody Dies in the Nighttime, Alone, Moonlight, Sad Changes Hope, Before I Close My Eyes, Train Food. Obviously, True Love dropped a little bit early as a single. And then on top of that, it looks like the other songs on the project, Vice City was already on DSPs. That's at 8 million, which that's kind of weird because it has 37 million as a single. But regardless, I think that's kind of low numbers. Like, I don't think necessarily it's a flop. I'm not even like trying to bring this up to mention that point, because I'm not trying to say like X flopped or anything. This is literally a soundtrack. So the fact this sold 19K, I'm not saying that's bad, but what do y'all think about that? Because the only reason I expected it to sell so much more was just because they re-added like 13 new or old songs on here, and then there's new material as well. Just kind of surprising to me. I don't know what y'all thought about that. The new soundtrack is really good for mainstream to see that SoundCloud. No, I agree. I think that like Never and stuff, those are great tracks. I think that I'm not saying that it's mid or it's bad or anything like that. I think it's really cool that they did it, and I think it is a good way to bring the mainstream to X. The sales just kind of surprised me. Not saying that it flopped. That's not what I'm trying to say at all. But I just expected more, honestly. I just expected it to sell more than that. I don't know what I expected, but